God damn it. And of course, my fucking webcam freezes, doesn't it? Isn't that fucking one of my streams without any technical difficulties? Oh, it's gonna be one of them, isn't it? Yep. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. Definitely have to sort that out. Now this is where it probably popped up on my other screen. Like a fucking bastard. Yeah, of course it did. Like that. Now hopefully it won't happen again. Hopefully. I ain't guaranteeing fuck all. And if you're wondering, yes, I am watching the timer countdown. If I go that one. Yay! Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm watching the countdown. I have 55 minutes. What do you think? Any ideas what to do next? Or before the game starts anyway? Because I have about an hour. Because one has no clue. One definitely has no clue. See, this is the problem for buying pre-orders and setting a stream up an hour early. I could have done it. Could have done it at midnight. But what's the use? Because I could do it now and still be sat here, you know. So what? So what should I do now? Because I don't really want to put a video on a history of Kratos. I could. I'm just gonna be a fucking lazy cunt and do it like this. Don't judge me. Yeah, don't judge me. I'm being a lazy cunt. Oh, I have to restart the video, don't I? Fuck are you? Skip survey. I did put it at the beginning of the video, didn't I? Yeah. This may take longer than we want, but it's as long as we need.
Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior, and welcome to the first of what will be many God of War History of videos coming to the channel. I am very excited to bring you all this
That should be better.
And tell you all the tale of the ghost of Sparta, Kratos. This video will dive into the mysteries surrounding his birth, his clash with the Furies, his ascension to godhood, his war against Olympus.
Oh my god, talk about delay on the fucking chat. Fuck me. I have to sort that out then. For the time being, I'll hide chat box then, if it's going to delay that much. No, well.
Before the release of God of War Ragnarok, I know many of us, including myself, missed the opportunity to play the original trilogy of games during their prime and release. So there are sadly many that may not be familiar with the history of Kratos.
See, now this is the only problem. You set a chat box up and you think, alright then, I sorted it out correctly, but it never does. Because it's a bit like that one point where you put the chat box up on your stream and it didn't work. It had a major delay.
Now to talk about Kratos properly, let's dial back the clock a bit before the events of the very first game, as it is in fact very important to understand.
Oh, the joys of being a lazy cunt and putting YouTube on the fucking on the console I'm going to be playing the game on.
Being born in the southern part of Greece, Sparta. Now, being a Spartan was one thing, but Kratos was definitely something far more extraordinary. He was in fact a child of Zeus, the king of the Olympian gods. So, growing up, Kratos was blessed with divine traits that had him stand out from his fellow Spartans.
And give it that, the only God of War games that I finished is the one. It's a 2018 one. I do plan to go back and finish the other ones. Mind you, would it be alright for me to stream it on YouTube? I doubt it. I doubt it. But you can't judge a man for trying. Considering that everyone else has played it. So
one marked at birth. Now, with Callisto having been the most recent of Zeus's affairs, he would send out his children, Ares and Athena, to hunt down said marked child and capture him. Zeus hoped that by maybe doing so, he could avert the hands of fate, and both he and Olympus would stand. So, from here, Athena and Ares would storm Sparta, bringing chaos in their wake as they captured the young Deimos. When they tore him from his brother's arms, Kratos would in fact lunge and attempt to strike down Ares, but was understandably easily swatted away. Now, whilst this interaction was brief, the courage that Kratos showed actually impressed Ares, as he saw behind the young man's eyes his fighting spirit and his potential for great destruction. So, from this point onwards, Ares would actually keep a very close eye on Kratos, wanting to see what could become of him. Now, shortly after losing his brother, Kratos would brand himself with the tattoos that resembled his brother's markings, somewhat honoring his memory, as he felt like the two were always fighting side by side as he went through the trials of Sparta. In due time, Kratos would eventually conquer every trial presented his way, catching the eyes of many of his peers in the Spartan army. And as he grew in age, Kratos would meet a woman by the name of Cassandra, and she was unlike any woman he had met before, having instantly fallen in love with her. For the first time in Kratos' life, he actually felt a form of peace, solace if you will, and things would only get better once she fell pregnant with their child. But sadly, this was a calm before the storm. Months would pass by, and eventually,
or in other words, just before shit hit the fan.
Probably this was during a time of great disease in Greece, and because Because of this, Calliope was born before. Now, in Sparta, upon a child's birth, they would be inspected to see whether or not the child was strong or weak. If the child was seen as weak, they would be cast out and killed. So, unfortunately for Kratos, Calliope actually fell into the latter, and her fate was seemingly sealed. That is, until he struck a deal with the Spartan king. Upon learning of a legendary cure, known as the ambrosia of the god Asclepius, he said that if they could delay her demise, then he would seek out the ambrosia and bring it back to Sparta, so the Spartans could use it to cure any disease and increase their numbers. With the deal now struck, Kratos would set out to track down the location of the ambrosia, but this was no simple task. You see, Kratos was a mere pawn in a much larger game, being played by the gods. It was the gods that spreaded this disease throughout the lands, and wanted to pit the champions of man across Greece in a bloody battle royale that would determine who would get the ambrosia. And for their own entertainment, the gods would place bets on what champions they would believe would be victorious. This pursuit would understandably lead to a bloody massacre all across Greece, with it climaxing between Kratos and Ulrich, the prince of the barbarians. Whilst Ulrich is able to land fatal blows on the Spartan, it isn't enough to keep him down, and eventually the barbarian is defeated and left for dead. Upon returning to the land of Sparta, his daughter would finally be cured of her sickness, and as a reward for his success, Kratos would be given the role of Spartan captain. Kratos' name would become legend, spreading throughout the land as he led charge after charge, which was followed by victory after victory. Now, in a strange twist of fate, his name would reach the ears of one begrudged King Ulrich. Having survived his quest for the ambrosia, Ulrich had a vendetta against Kratos, as the at-the-time prince was in pursuit of the cure for his father. Having felt like he was denied his father's salvation, he would wage a large assault against the Spartan captain, and this time, unlike their previous altercation, the barbarian king was victorious. But defiant to the bitter
But not for long, was he?
Kratos would call out to Ares and offer him a deal, one that he simply could not deny. Kratos would swear an eternal life of servitude in exchange for the destruction of the barbarian horde. Now, having paid close attention to Kratos, this was a deal that Ares would take with open arms. So, in one single swoop, the barbarian hordes would be vanquished, and
Head
Kratos
popping.
was now a servant to the god of war, and to somewhat brand his puppets, Ares would have his arms be seared tight, with the chains tied to the blades of chaos, a weapon that would define Kratos as a character going forward. Now, it's really here where we see a huge change in character for Kratos. Being a slave to the god of war forced the Spartans to travel from land to land, spreading war, blood, and chaos in the name of Ares. During this time, Kratos had fully succumbed to his rage and anger, and was slowly losing his grip on reality. However, it wasn't all bad. Kratos' memory of Lysandra and Calliope is what ultimately kept his humanity intact, but this was understandably something that Ares did not like. During one of Kratos' bloody escapades, where he would lay siege to an entire village, he would be warned by an oracle to halt his attack. She would tell him that if he did not heed her word,
No matter how much Kratos was warned, he still went on and did it,
blinded by his
didn't he?
and devotion to Ares, would go
Without
ahead
fail.
and kill the remaining members of the village in a
Regardless who it was.
rage. But it was only until this berserker rage wore off, where he finally realized the terrible mistake he had made. Kratos had killed Lysandra and Calliope. Upon cradling the lifeless body, Ares would appear before him and was sympathetic yet pleased as to what he had done. It was him that planted Kratos' family in the village, believing that if Kratos killed them...
But in my
then
opinion,
he
that's
would
just
become
Ares being a cunt.
But
Fuck off, ads. Yeah, Budweiser.
Forging something unbreakable. He would send Kratos into a spiraling depression, one that would ultimately have him question his own
This is where I
existence.
should get fucking
When Kratos
YouTube
left
Premium,
the hunt, the Oracle saw what he had done, and out of this
so I don't have to sit there and watch the fucking ads.
bury the sins of his past, marking Kratos with the ashes of his family and child. From here on out, Kratos would be dubbed throughout the land as the ghost of Sparta, and every night from this point onwards, he would be haunted with the memory of what he had done. Now, understandably regretful, Kratos would attempt to sever his pact with Ares,
Okay,
but this would
the count is at 45 minutes.
so this
Or just
brings us
below.
on to our first
Yeah, just below
chronological
45
game
minutes.
in the series, God of War Ascension. Aligned with Ares, the Furies would torture Kratos, forcing him to see visions of his dead wife and child as they hoped to break him down to the point where he would fall under Ares' control. But fortunately for the Spartan, he would be approached by another Fury, the Oathkeeper, Orcos. It was this Fury here that released him from his illusion and handed him the ring and necklace of Lysandra. You see, Orcos had sensed that something wasn't quite right with the oath that Kratos had made with Ares.
Here's a folder.
Thus released
Wait a
him
minute.
of their control,
Someone ain't right.
so that they could both get answers to what exactly was going on. But in order to do so, Kratos was forced to seek out guidance from an oracle in Delphi. Whilst he's met with much resistance there, even having to kill the likes of Pollux and Castor, he is able to reach her, but unfortunately not before she is gravely wounded. In her dying breath, the oracle reveals the truth to Kratos. In her dying breath, the oracle reveals to Kratos that the only way he can sever his ties to Ares is by slaying his three Furies. With a new mission in mind, he would travel to the land of Delos, where he would acquire the Eyes of Truth. But upon claiming it, he would be ambushed by the trio of Furies, who would easily subdue the Spartan. Irritated that one of their own had freed him to guarantee his imprisonment, Kratos would be dragged to the prison of the damned, a facility built inside a living, breathing Hippotoncheires. For weeks the Spartan was tortured, but it only takes one single moment for them to drop their guard and for the Spartan to break free. And from here, Kratos is able to cut down the insect horde of Megara, break through the illusions of Tisiphone, and force his way into the chambers of Alecto. Despite the combined power
Kratos ain't
of
fucking
the
around.
it is overshadowed by the sheer pain and rage that Kratos has engraved in his soul. So, Kratos is successful in slaying them all and freeing himself of Ares' clutches. At least, so he thought. Freedom comes at a price. He would learn that just before Alecto had died, Alecto had embedded Orcus with one last final oath. Kratos is to be free. Kratos is forced to kill Orcus to shatter Ares' shackles, something that the Fury actually seems to be at peace with. Once freed of the God of War's control, Kratos chooses from this point onwards to become a champion of the gods, hoping that by serving them, maybe one day they will sway in his favor, and maybe, just maybe, he could get his revenge.
And so begins the original game.
Now, our next installment in the God of War series is God of War Chains of Olympus.
Or
This
close.
takes place 5 years after the end of Ascension. Here,
Close to the original game.
to be a servant
Well, as
of
close
God,
as possible.
performing heroic acts in their name to gain their favor. And one day, after defeating a Persian army, the Spartan would suddenly witness the sun plummeting from the sky. Understandably wanting answers, Kratos would seek...
Also, another thing. Do you want to know what I find odd about the YouTube system? Is that I can't chat. I can't put anything of myself in this chat.
planning to send Olympus into a deep eternal
I
slumber
can't.
that would bind
Not one bit.
both man and God.
Not without signing into the chat.
Understandably wanting to remain in their favor, Kratos would infiltrate
This is what fucking confuses me.
from the sun god's sister, but Helios had been dragged to the underworld. So the Spartan ventures down
Because
into the world of the dead.
I would like to put
Charity,
my share in the chat,
the underworld.
but I can't.
First, he is denied passage.
I have to be
He is not
somewhere
man.
signed in
Causes the two
to confirm that it's fucking me.
does stop Kratos on his quest.
I understand that it's the fucking
Is defeated,
the thing,
but in their second
but
bout, the ferryman
still.
is not quite so fortunate. But this first loss wasn't
I find it a bit inconvenient.
being cast into the depths of Tartarus. He notices that the Titan Atlas
Anyway,
has somehow
I'm disrupting the video.
and has disappeared. Knowing that the Titans could be involved in this plot against the gods, Kratos immediately
Drinking more, I'm a big old fuck off Sunny tea bowl.
enters the depths of the underworld. The ghost of Sparta would begin to see visions of his daughter and even hear a melody that she would play back at home. Understandably curious, Kratos follows her ghost, and it's here where he meets the goddess of the underworld.
Yeah, try it there.
Persephone. Being
Yeah, that
able
do.
to sense his
Nah, do donkey. Nah, do.
Persephone offers Kratos a gift of sorts. If the Spartan is willing to sacrifice his power and weapons, then she will allow him to be reunited with Calliope in Elysium. An offer that Kratos would understandably take instantly. But once again, this all does come at a cost. As Kratos is reunited with his daughter, Persephone is finally able to reveal her plans.
But now he's given up his power and it's gonna be gods can fuck shit up now. I'm not wrong.
Instead, her
Definitely not wrong.
being forced into an eternal marriage with Hades had turned her bitter and mad. So the last thing she wanted to do was to bring it all down, literally. With the assistance of Atlas, she planned to collapse the pillar of the world and have Olympus be brought onto the world of man, and then for that
Still kind of fucked up.
underworld. This would cause a cataclysmic event that would end all life on every plane. So technically, this would actually mean that Kratos would be forced to witness Calliope die again, something he just simply couldn't live with. So with much regret, Kratos must give up his daughter and reclaim his weapons of war to stop Persephone and Atlas. During this huge battle, Kratos is successful in killing
That's one big fist.
and chaining Atlas's hands.
That's definitely one big fist.
Way, now force to hold it above his head for all of eternity. But before Kratos leaves, Atlas does have a question for the Spartan, and that is, does he really think the gods would actually help him achieve his goals? And it's here where Kratos seems quite uncertain with what his goals are now, as his relationships with gods have understandably been very much so tainted. But one thing that he does know for sure is that his vengeance will be true. Now following this brings us up to our main line of games.
Yeah, woo, the original game.
Very first God of War game, which takes place 5 years later after Chains of Olympus. After a decade of servitude, Kratos would finally be given the quest he had been yearning for, the opportunity to slay the god of war, Ares. In between the events of Chains of Olympus, tension was brewing amongst the gods. Ares had grown tired of Zeus's favoritism of Athena and waged a massive war on Athens. This was seen as a great betrayal and declaration of war on Olympus. Now, Athena, having paid great attention to Kratos since serving Ares, would offer him a opportunity at vengeance, saying that if he
See what's
wished
happening.
to kill the god of war, then he would have to seek out an ancient power known as Pandora's box. This quest
Oh yeah, I can fucking chat on my phone.
where he would seek out an oracle to find out the location of Pandora's box. After killing Medusa, claiming the lightning bolts of Zeus, he would learn of its location. The artifact known as Pandora's box was located in Pandora's temple, which was located on the back of the Titan Kronos. It was a rough and
Still kinda
bloody
fucked up, though.
the desert, but eventually Kratos would make it to the chambers of Pandora's box. Much to his own dismay, Ares, having anticipated the desperation of both the gods and Kratos,
Oh, big ads. Again. Fucking yet again, unskippable ads. Well, I could skip them. If. Big if. It would give me a fucking option too. It was given the countdown, but the countdown was counteracted by the length of the ad. Assholes.
He is able to pick up where he left off and arrives in Athens. Once he confronts Ares, he would open up Pandora's box and
oh my.
with its incredible power and strength. It is now an
Whatever Kratos was into though, because he seemed to have slipped into a fair few boxes, if you catch my meaning.
Mentally, having him fight and kill fake versions of himself, and once again witness the death of his family. But this was a horrible mistake on Ares' part. This only stokes the flames of hatred, and in one swift thrust, the god of war is no more. And although Kratos is successful in his lifelong quest, he doesn't gain peace from it.
Fucking Ares go bang.
Such a goal was to be relieved of his
Because Ares don't want to live no more.
Most Athena is very happy with Kratos' efforts.
It's just Kratos fucking
towards his situation.
push the blade.
Something she could not do. She couldn't relieve Kratos of his things. And broken once more, the Spartan would
Meme.
take his own life in the hopes
The Kratos meme.
finally join his family.
The Kratos meme.
Before he plunges into the deep, he would be halted by Athena, sensing that he no longer had purpose and was at the end of his rope. She would give him a new purpose in life, one more fitting of his savage Spartan nature. Kratos would become the new god of war. Whilst Olympus was pleased to have a new god of war, especially one that was not Ares, not everyone felt the same way.
And one that wasn't Ares. Of course it wasn't. Because they were happy to see a god of war that wasn't Ares.
Kratos, having previous knowledge of its location,
Anyone would be happy to see a god of war that wasn't Ares.
destroy the remaining bits of Ambrosia,
Let's be fair.
preventing the return of Ares.
Ares was an asshole.
He conquerors in his way.
And we know it.
End of this comic book tie-in,
Everyone knows it.
on to another God of War spin-off game, God of War Goes to Sparta. As Kratos sits upon
Oh, we got about 30 minutes to the main attraction.
visions of his mother Callisto calling out to him. Believing that this was a sign, Kratos would travel out to Atlantis to seek answers as to what had happened to her. Why was she reaching out to him after so long? Now, whilst he does have his heart set on this, it is Athena that does attempt to sway him away, believing that if he were to follow through on them, this may in fact cause a stir amongst the Pantheon, something that Kratos clearly could not care less about. So the Spartan would travel to the city of Atlantis, and whilst he was met with heavy resistance, it was
Where's
hardly
Aquaman?
difficult for the god of war. And once he forced his way deep into the heart of the city, he finally found his mother Callisto. And upon finally seeing her, we learned why she had reached out to him. Callisto had received
My next big question, why is she in Atlantis?
Deimos. Yes, after many years the Spartan had
Questions for later. Don't worry about it now.
to track him down. She told Kratos that he needed to go to Sparta.
But why?
The steps he could
Why
get the
was...
answers he was looking for, and possibly
Even I'm asking the questions I don't know the answers to yet.
Callisto's
Why? How?
more
Who?
She is tragically transformed into a monster against her will, and due to her wild nature now, Kratos is sadly forced to put her out
So I see freaking things like that how fucking work. And I work in a shop.
of yet another beloved family.
Well,
And it's here where the cogs of fate really start to turn.
for the next 2 days at least.
Large and undeniable role in Kratos' life, but has constantly shed the blood of those he has loved. So the seeds of resentment are sown and would slowly begin to flourish, as we will quickly see. Now, as a
The moment shit gets fucked up.
Kratos would align himself with the likes of Fira, a Titan, and have her bring down Atlantis, which understandably pissed off not only the likes of Poseidon, but also Olympus. Despite Athena's warnings, Kratos would continue to pursue him
Titties!
and locate the whereabouts of his brother. Once Kratos returns back home to Sparta, he finally learns of his brother's fate. After Deimos was taken by the gods,
You thought I was dead. I was alive.
the realm known as the Domain of the Dead, the realm that houses the Olympian god of death, Thanatos. But in order to enter said realm, Kratos had to return back to Atlantis. And once he makes his way through the crumbled debris of the city, he's able to enter the realm of death and is successful in locating Deimos. But this is not a happy reunion. Deimos, after years of isolation, has grown both bitter and
Well, this is it. Your brother abandoned you.
released of his chain.
You meet him first time in, what, say 20, 30 years. Fucking what are you gonna do?
But
You're gonna beat the living crap out of him.
the fight would be broken
Because,
Thanatos.
fuck it.
Does
Why
attempt
not?
to kill Deimos himself, denying Kratos the opportunity to save him. But before he can fall off the edge of a cliff, Kratos is able to save him. At this point,
But yet again,
Kratos can't be upset at his brother, understanding
there could be a different story here, but
to be the only thing they now can share.
it's either you beat the shit out of him, or
Deimos decides to mend their broken relationship, and side by side,
equally beat the shit out of each other.
the two Spartans turn
Or don't beat the shit out of each other at all.
and prepare for battle. And what's interesting is that it's Thanatos here that realizes that Zeus was wrong. They had taken the wrong mark to brother. The ensuing battle is a brutal and bloody fight, with Deimos falling to the hand of Thanatos. But his death is not in vain, as Kratos is able to plunge his blades deep into the chest of Thanatos and vanquish the god of death. Now, whilst he was pleased to have found his brother, this shattered Kratos emotionally. It seems like once again he is forced to repeat echoes of the past and buries what he believes is the last member of his family. Once Kratos leaves the realm of the dead, he is met by Athena, who, whilst is annoyed, is empathetic towards Kratos, having learned of what happened in the realm of the dead. And whilst the gods were not happy with what Kratos had done, Athena, out of compassion, attempts to bestow him with more power so he can
Ooh,
arise.
more power.
But at this point, Kratos himself
Sounds like Donald Trump.
not even
If Donald Trump wouldn't have refused more power. Now would he?
Here where things are quite scarce and
No.
a little bit hazy, but at some point between Ghost of Sparta and God of War 2, there is a mobile game that is canon to the series known as God of War Betrayal. This came out all the way in 2007, so it's a very old installment, but is still apparently canonical to Kratos' story. Now, during the events of Betrayal, Kratos and his new Spartan army begin to wage a war across Greece. This in turn understandably causes strife amongst his fellow gods, and Zeus's wife, Hera, attempts to put a
Fuck
stop
me, I
to
ain't
this
seen mobile games like that in a fucking while.
but unfortunately,
Last time I played a mobile game like that
by an assassin,
was,
Kratos is framed for its death.
let me think,
Now, as you would imagine,
Assassin's Creed
held up in very high
Brotherhood.
regard amongst the gods. This causes heads to
on
turn
my,
to Olympus, and they begin to
on
shout
the,
war, seeing
I
him
think
as
a
wild dog that requires
shitty touchscreen Samsung I had when I was younger.
and seek out this mysterious assailant. His journey would take him all across Greece until he crossed paths with the son of Hermes. Syrax,
Well, you think they were piss easy, but
it's here where Syrax commands Kratos
still ain't as good as
to
the
halt his pursuit
proper
and
game, is it?
to the gods. Zeus has grown increasingly worried with the actions of Kratos, as he's leaving a trail of destruction behind him, and is mirroring a lot of problems that the god had issues with Ares about. Now, stubborn in his ways, Kratos doesn't turn his heel, and instead proceeds to move forward. But this is something that Syrax won't allow, so the two battle each other, and this leads to the death of Syrax, which in turn means two different things. The assassin at the start of the game is successful in escaping, and the tear he had in Olympus is now ripped wide open. So this brings us up to our next installment in the series, God of War 2.
Oh, fuck me, not another ad. Aliens. Aliens. Fucking aliens for a fucking shithole fucking thing that people probably use. I'll definitely have to get fucking something for that. Because fucking these ads are doing my head in.
Now fully immersed in his God of War persona, Kratos would continue to push forth with his war on Greece, waging a slaughter against Rhodes with his Spartan army. It's during this time where once again the Spartan is approached by Athena, who would try to sway him on his destructive path. But as expected, this would fall upon deaf ears, and Kratos would continue on his path of destruction. Whilst this battle seems one-sided for him, he is eventually robbed of a portion of his godhood by an eagle, believing that it was Athena trying to slow him down in his assault. To combat him, the eagle would infuse the siphoned power of Kratos into a large colossus, so another big cataclysmic battle would break out. And this is where the blade of Olympus plummets from the heavens. Having believed that he had been blessed by Zeus to win this battle, Kratos would sacrifice his remaining godhood in order to wield the blade, and once he drew it out of the ground, he would annihilate the statue. So, Kratos was victorious, but he had been played like a fiddle. The eagle was not Athena, but in fact Zeus himself. Disgusted by Kratos' heinous acts, Zeus wished to rob him of his godhood, so he was now mortal and could die permanently. So he would take the blade of Olympus and plunge it deep into Kratos' chest, killing the god of war, and send his soul to the depths of the underworld. But this was not his end. Whilst yes, he was most certainly killed and cast into the afterlife, he would be pulled from this hell by the titan Gaia. Having seen the act Zeus pulled on him, Gaia believed that the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus the two would develop a partnership of sorts, with both Kratos and the Titans wanting to destroy Zeus and Olympus. Understandably, after their defeat, the Titans were still bitter about their loss, and their mistreatment at the hands of the gods had only stoked their own hatred. So Kratos, in a way, would become their champion. But in order for Olympus to fall, they told Kratos that he needed to seek out the Sisters of Fate, so he could find a way to change the past and destroy Zeus before his own death. But before setting out, Kratos had to kill the likes of Prometheus, as he required his ashes to grant him a new form of godhood, the power of a titan. Following this, he would begin his preparations to hunt down the Sisters of Fate. But as expected, this was no easy task, and Kratos wasn't an amateur at this point. But in order to learn the location of the Sisters of Fate, he needed the assistance of Atlas. So Kratos would travel to the island of creation and kill the likes of Theseus, Ulrich once again, Perseus, and finally Icarus, even tearing off his wings and using them for himself as he flew into the depths of the
Just the fact Kratos ripped off Icarus's wings.
Still remembering what had happened the last time they had met.
Say no more.
Learning of his feud with Zeus, he would now see the Spartan as an ally.
Down to 20 minutes.
The great war at the dawn of time, and how the gods only won due to the blade of Olympus. To assist in his grand quest, Kratos is given a portion of Atlas's power and thrusted back onto the mortal plane. But it's here where we learn of terrible news. Out of fear and spite towards Kratos, to guarantee that no one could oppose his position again, Zeus would wipe Sparta off the map. And Kratos was once again alone, but lost in his sorrow. The Spartan was ambushed by a kraken, and was nearly killed by it, until he saw visions of Lysandra. Tapping into that loss, that pain, Kratos is able to tear apart the kraken, and finally travel to the temple of the Sisters of Fate. At first, they do attempt to halt Kratos in his pursuit of vengeance, but the ghost of Sparta had come too far and would not be turning back. So he engages the Sisters in combat, with the Sisters attempting to displace him in time in order to kill him. but the ferocity of the Spartan proves to be far
Even
too
more
much,
titties.
all by his hand, being cast into a mirror that is shattered from reality. As Kratos presses forward, he eventually enters the Loom Chamber. With the weaves of time now at his fingertips, he's able to travel back to the start of the game, at the very moment Zeus stabs him with the blade of Olympus. With the sword now in his hands, he's able to restore his power, and clashes with the king of the gods. This fight causes ripples and sparks throughout the land, with the two bringing each other to their knees. It's only until Kratos fakes a surrender where he's able to get the upper hand on Zeus, pinning his arms down and plunging the Titan Slayer deep into his chest. But like father, like son, this does not mean the end of Zeus, as Athena would appear just in time to save her father and stop Kratos in his onslaught. But the Spartan continues to press, and as he's about to deal the finishing blow to Zeus, Athena steps in the way, taking the death blow and saving Zeus. Athena's sacrifice snaps Kratos out of his blood rage, and confused as to why she would go to such extents to save her father, Athena finally decides to reveal the truth to Kratos, that he is in fact a son of Zeus, and the reason why Zeus has been so determined to end him is because not only is he the prophesied killer of Zeus, but Olympus itself. Zeus was hoping that by killing him, it would stop the cycle of patricide, and the world would continue to go on. So as Athena lies in Kratos' arms, slowly dying, she does tell the Spartan that the death of Zeus means the end of the world as they know it. So she begs him to stop. And whilst he does consider this, as her honesty and compassion outshined the other gods, Kratos knew that he could not turn his back on this. Too much blood had been shed, the pain had been seared into his flesh, so he must finish what they started. Now shortly following Athena's demise, Zeus would retreat to Olympus and rally his forces, as he knows that the oncoming storm will be the final battle. Sensing this as well, Kratos calls forth the Titans and reignites the ancient war at the dawn of time. The war erupts once the Titans begin climbing up Mount Olympus, with both sides taking heavy damage. During the battle, Gaia and Kratos lead the charge, with the god of war coming to blows with Poseidon. Upon defeating his steed, the god is left to the mercy of
I
Kratos,
find that ironic.
who has absolutely
Nah,
no qualms about slaughtering
always the thirds.
After brutally
You always get a
defeating
mainline
Poseidon,
trilogy.
his sights turn back
Always
to
the third game or movie. You always face the big hitters.
Gaia is struck down, and a great
Am I
betrayal
wrong?
takes place. Gaia, much like Zeus, abandons Kratos, revealing to him that he's simply been a pawn in a much larger game. He was only ever saved by them to guarantee them a second opportunity to destroy the gods.
Okay, we're now down to the last 15 minutes before we begin Ragnarok.
Someone that he definitely did not expect to see. Athena, who here is in her astral form. But a lot has changed with her. It seems like in death, Athena's perspective on Zeus and Olympus has drastically changed, now lining up with the likes of Kratos. Whilst suspicious, Kratos could not deny that he needed assistance to leave the underworld. He needed help in destroying Zeus, and it's here where Athena reveals to him the Flame of Olympus, a legendary and incredible source of power that Zeus himself draws from. Now to snuff it out, Kratos meets a young girl by the name of Pandora to have her destroy the Flame of Olympus. So, from this point onwards, Kratos would proceed to fight his way out of the underworld, slaying any and all enemies that would cross his path. This would even include the likes of his other uncle Hades, slaying him with his own weapons, and even stripping him of his soul. Now, just as he is about to leave, Kratos meets an unlikely face in the underworld, and that is Hephaestus, the blacksmith of the gods. From him he learns about Pandora, and how exactly is the box tied to the girl. Well, Zeus, fearful of the power of Pandora's box, having witnessed what it had done to Kratos, had Hephaestus create a key to
Not
lock
another
the
ad.
Titan's power.
No, go away. I can't skip these fucking ads. They do my head in.
Now,
This is where they should invent fucking ad blocker for fucking PlayStation and Xbox.
Pandora grew to be like a daughter to Hephaestus, but Zeus, having
Sounds like a fucking good idea, actually.
fully ripped her away from Hephaestus,
But knowing that they fucking won't put it on there because they make too much money at it.
banished from Olympus, and Pandora was.
They make too much money.
So after learning of this information, Kratos would set out to obtain the Unfollow Stone. But this was no simple task for the Spartan, as he's seen as a hostile enemy by every possible side. During his hunt for the stone, he crosses the path of many different gods. And as expected, none of them survive. He tears off the head of Helios, destroys the Titan Perseus, and severs the leg of a cocky Hermes. This eventually brings him to blows with his half-brother Hercules. Now what's quite interesting about this interaction here is that Kratos seems to be actually quite reluctant to fight Hercules, believing him to be the best of them. But despite Hercules had grown for Kratos, had overshadowed any form of respect he had for his half-brother. So the two have a bloody battle, one that in fact crumbles the arena beneath their feet. But by the end of it, Hercules is defeated and killed by the ghost of Sparta. Upon this victory, he would arrive at the location of the stone, but he was met with a large problem, one of titanic proportions. The stone was sealed in the belly of the Titan Kronos, and Kronos, being well aware of Gaia's betrayal, would not give it up willingly. So, as expected, Kratos would fight Kronos, and for a while it seems like Kronos had won, having consumed Kratos. But really, this made things much easier for the Spartan, literally hacking his way out of the Titan's guts, and driving a nail through his chin, ending the monster. Once he had claimed the stone,
What a way to go.
he turned back to the blacksmith, but not even Hephaestus
What a shit way to die.
to follow through on his journey, attempting to execute him, as he knew that if Kratos followed through on his quest, then it would spell the doom for the young Pandora. But Kratos will not be denied his vengeance, so he kills Hephaestus on his own anvil. Now, Hephaestus, in his dying breath, does beg Kratos to not bring harm to her, a sentiment that Kratos understandably respects and does consider. After claiming his new weapons, he learns that Pandora is located in a labyrinth and immediately sets out to free her. As he travels through Hera's garden, he comes across a drunk and belligerent goddess. She has been lost to madness, and whilst at first Kratos shows pity, turning a blind eye to her, once she insults Pandora, something in Kratos snaps. The god of war would instantly turn around and break the neck of the goddess. Disgusted by her words,
She was being a bitch.
eventually Kratos is successful in releasing Pandora from the shackles, and together
To Kratos, she was being a bitch. So,
that house the flames of Olympus.
she got what all the other bitch gods got.
Box. She is stopped.
They got.
It's here where we see that Kratos actually sees a lot of Calliope in him, and he doesn't really know if he has it in him to allow Pandora to sacrifice her own life. But it is not his decision, and she makes it very clear to him that this was her fate, this was her destiny. But as she charges to the box, she is stopped by Zeus, who knows of their plan to rob him of his power. So, in a last-ditch effort, he would attempt to kill Kratos once again. As the two gods are battling it out, Pandora is successful in sacrificing herself to the box, and the flame of Olympus is extinguished. But before the final bout can begin, Kratos and Zeus would be interrupted by Gaia, not quite dead yet. The 3 generations of grand deities all battle it out, with Kratos plunging the blade of Olympus deep through the chest of
Yeah,
Zeus,
2 birds, 1 stone.
into the heart of Gaia, apparently bringing an end to the slaughter. But Zeus forth his astral form in the hopes to finally strip Kratos of his strength, life, and godhood. As Kratos slowly succumbs to Zeus's incredible power, he begins to recount his memories and the hopes that Pandora had instilled within him. Kratos is finally able to forgive himself of his sins, and this breaks the hold that Zeus has on him. Having been cleansed of his fear, Zeus's trance on Kratos is broken, and with Zeus's soul now being returned to his body, the king of Olympus would savagely be beaten to death by Kratos, and finally the Olympian pantheon had fallen. But things weren't over yet.
Especially knowing that Kratos saw red.
Spirit finally resurfaced and requested that Kratos hand over the power of Pandora's box. But Kratos didn't quite understand what she meant. Upon opening the box the second time, he had found it empty. And it's here where we truly understand the contents of Pandora's box. Now bear with me, as it's quite confusing to understand as well as explain. When the box was created, long before the events of the first game, it was designed to house the evils, sin, and madness of the Titans, but it proved to be nearly too much for one box to handle. So, Athena would cast into it the power of hope, something that would counteract and subdue the madness of the Titans. When Kratos opened the box, Athena originally intended for Kratos to absorb the contents of the evil in the box and have the hope of it spill out into the world. But here, the exact opposite had happened. Hope instead had been installed deep into Kratos, so deep that it was beneath his self-hate and guilt, something that overshadowed the hope in his soul. But what of the evil? Well, the evil escaped out of the box into the world. But instead of poisoning the world of man, it travelled up into the realms of Olympus and corrupted the minds of the gods, turning the divine deity
Pretty much fucking up their whole existence in favor of one goes to Sparta.
But Kratos was able to forgive himself and allow the hope that lied deep inside him to finally come to the surface. And this was a form of power she wanted. With the Olympian gods all dead and gone, she would be here at the forefront. She could usher Greece into a new glorious age. But realizing he had once again been a mere puppet, and that Pandora's sacrifice was in vain, Kratos would plunge the blade of Olympus deep into his chest and free the power of hope from itself, defying the gods of Olympus one last time and ruin Athena's plans.
Yeah, Kratos giving the big middle finger to the fucking Greek gods.
Of the plagues that Kratos had laid upon it, and understandably, Athena was pissed. She would tear the blade back out of Kratos and leave the Spartans to die cold and alone. But of course, this is not quite the end of Kratos' story, as he does survive freeing the power of hope. So with that said, what happens between the events of God of War 3 and 4? Well, it is explored a little bit in two comic book tie-ins, God of War Fallen God and just God of War. I know, it gets a little bit confusing. During the events of Fallen God, this comic book line basically deals with what did Kratos do after Greece and how he's trying to avoid fate. Because at this point in time, the Spartan feels like he is cursed. For many days and many nights, Kratos would travel as far as he could away from his past. So far that he ends up in Egypt, and to truly cut his ties from his past, he would throw away the blades of chaos. But every time he rested, every time he fell asleep, they would somehow end up in his possession once more. The blades would simply not leave his side. This would go on tirelessly for months, with Kratos not able to sever his ties to them. As he continued to travel throughout the desert, Kratos came across a small village, and the residents immediately recognized who he was. Kratos' reputation had spread out from the land of Greece, so it gives you a rough idea of just how much...
See, it gets to the point where even a god is known by many other people, languages, even races.
This wise old man would tell Kratos
fantastic.
Lie in these lands. Now, the rude, exhausted Kratos brushes off these remarks, thinking him to be a mad or insane. But his words do in fact hold weight. A month passes by with Kratos in the land of the Pharaohs, still attempting to run away from his
Oh
past
fuck me.
future, as he eventually
Another ad.
village
Quick, quick. I can skip it. I can skip it. Yay!
is the time of judgment, and Kratos is rushed by the villagers, who
It's been 55 minutes, God of War time. Not quite yet.
understandably dazed. He tries to understand what they are
Not quite yet.
but as he turns around, he sees a giant alligator.
Still got.
Villagers.
Still got a couple minutes. Give it time. Give it time.
No, but he quickly learns that he can't run away from this battle, and thus is forced to fight the massive beast.
Hang on, I can show the. Still got a minute. Well, a minute and 42.
Killing it in mere seconds. But it turns
So give it time.
out wasn't the beast they feared. The chaos beast that they were terrified of was submerged beneath the sea in an exhausted effort. The fallen god would attempt to strike down the chaos beast, but without his blades in hand, Kratos is easily
Actually, I must look at the latency on this as well,
Kratos in a vision
because I didn't change it. It's on normal latency.
and an Egyptian god, Thoth, and the two begin to question, what is he doing? The pair points out that he can't keep running from his destiny, no matter how far he goes. The past will always be there, and eventually, Kratos has to accept that he can no longer run away from fate. So, once he wakes up, he picks up the blades of chaos, and slays the chaos beast. Following this is where Kratos leaves Egypt, and travels to another land, that is the realm of Midgard. A lot of time passes once Kratos enters Midgard. Here in these harsh lands, Kratos would try to
Read this when you see it, L.
and learn how to control it at his will. This period of time really does bring on a change for Kratos as a character.
Because pretty much when I checked it on my phone, I could speak here, then I'd be on the stream in time to watch it there.
Beneath the surface, only coming out when Kratos needs it. Now one day,
With something like a 4-second,
he comes
fucking,
across a very fierce
if not more than that, delay.
two come to blows. It is a very long and tiring battle, with neither
Ooh.
side besting the other.
20 seconds.
Eventually it grew to a standstill, as both of them were too exhausted.
Oh wow.
Exchanging some words.
Well,
Peace was made.
it was fun watching this video.
This is how
Or should I continue it to the end?
their respect for
Considering that God of War has just popped up on my screen.
would turn into love, something that Kratos would feel for the first time in just over a century. And Kratos himself felt like a weight had been lifted
Controller must be charged by now. Fuck.
off his shoulders, as this was maybe the destiny that he had heard so much about. But this didn't mean he was
Boy.
entirely at peace. Knowing how the shadows of his past have always been a step away, he
Nah, God of War. You call it. Close YouTube down. Go over. God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Don't fuck around with the the visuals or fucking anything. That's what I learned. playing any game. Don't fuck around with it too much. Oh, the recap of God of War. Yes, please.
Boy's mother is dead.
She wanted us to spread her ashes in the highest in all the realms.
The gods of these realms don't take kindly to outsiders, trust me.
Boy.
God.
Leader of the Vanir, once yes, but no longer.
There's only one person alive who can get you where you need to go. First, you need to cut off my head. Odin's eye is on you, brother. Especially now that we've taken to killing his kin.
If you're wondering, yes, that fight took way longer for me to play it than it did.
And so were you.
We can do whatever we want.
There are consequences to killing a god.
I don't know whether that was just me being a pansy playing God of War or what.
God, Kratos, this has nothing to do. No, 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 my boy! My dear sweet boy!
Smaller. Look, she was a giant. I'm a giant.
God of Boy,
I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. The giant
Son of God.
OT?
Question for another day.
Yeah, there we go. Recap done. Give me grace. This is players who want a story-focused gameplay with some focus on combat. I'll go with that one. Fuck it. Why not? You'll get your God of War. He bought deer. He's become a better hunter.
Hungry?
Thought he was making arrows.
What's next?
Oh. Storm is getting worse.
Still has that bit of mistletoe arrow that killed Boulder. Also, shame none of my shit carried over from the previous game. Oh well, can't win it all. Oh dear. And if you pardon the pun.
You know,
Kratos took your look with the cape. Yeah, because you have that black fucking thing, don't you? That the blanket, which does look very similar to that.
Ready?
Now, also, tell me if the game audio is too low or what, because to me that's probably all right.
I hope Fenrir got some sleep. Maybe he'll be ready to eat when we get home.
He is quite sick, Atreus.
I know, but he was
It's a little low.
yesterday. He really wasn't.
Hold on a second.
I'm not giving up on him.
Let me do that then. Better. Ruh-roh. That doesn't seem good.
Does it hurt?
Screech.
State is not far. Get ready.
Right, little doggy.
She wouldn't give up that easy. Would she?
She never does. Stay alert.
Yeah, crap.
There she is! Mother!
Button mashing time. Gate.
Got you!
Lost my cape.
I'm trying.
There was a little low. The music is over, so you change it in game. Right. I'll do that in after I've finished all of this.
I do not will fight you.
Losing my grip here!
Father, I have you.
After I finish beating the shit out of a witch. Oh hell no.
Freya, we're not your enemy!
Shit. Push him mash. Bitch.
Please don't make me do this!
Fuck off. Go on, get it. You bloody witch. That's my name, don't wear out. Now, let me go. Where would it be? B. There. Okay. Dialogue 10. Music. Say music. Sound effects. Control speaker. I don't give a fuck about. Yeah. That can stay like that. go. Like that. Yeah, blur it out. Voice boost.
Dave, we made it.
Let us go home.
It's Becky. Fauna. Up. I'm sorry I couldn't take the shot.
I did not wish you to.
I keep hoping she'll let it go. You saved her life.
I killed her son. There is no...
And we'll still find out if that is any better.
Yeah.
Hopefully it is.
I guess killing Balder really did bring on Fimbulwinter. Never stopped snowing after that day. Think it's ever gonna get better?
Someday. But the worst is still ahead of us. We must be strong.
Much? All I'm just seeing is much. What much? How much? Much better, much worse.
I will get the deer.
Go on, girls.
See, now that was the response I was after. Is it wrong to say that
You always
that
slow.
that little cutscene just then was the first,
You okay, boy?
is in truth the first time I've ever seen Kratos smile?
It's okay, boy. You're okay. I know. I missed you too. Where's your food? Still hungry? Come on, boy. You need to eat. Eat. What? Too big? There you go. Good boy.
Atreus, the time draws near. You must prepare yourself.
For what? He's still eating. He wants to live.
He is dying.
You're a good boy. A brave boy. Fast and strong. But you can rest now.
Also, didn't realise the short back and sides in the mohawk was fucking
You're
a
okay.
valid hairstyle back in
You can let go now.
back with the fucking
You have to let go.
Norse gods and all that. But what am I to judge?
Sofna. Afra. Jesu. Sofna. Python. Sofna.
And I one dead animal. That's one dead animal.
Come. We train.
What? No. It's the middle of the night.
Night does not stop our enemies.
Why? What for? Training is all we ever do, ever. It's not enough. We can't hide forever.
We do not
We probably could. But
fight for which we are not.
Atreus is being a bit of a bitch here, really, isn't he?
Time is running out. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming. Whatever Loki's supposed to be doing, he's supposed to be doing it now. My story doesn't end hiding in these woods. I should be out there, finding out who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
And if those answers lead to war with Asgard,
Maybe that's what Mother wanted.
we do not know what Mother wanted.
Looks like we never will. Look. Can I have a moment alone with Fenrir before I bury him?
Also, that was a big old fucking bone that dog was chewing on. We'll see. Before it died.
Well, I'd recognize that dour expression anywhere. Care to tell me what went wrong?
The wolf is gone.
Oh, no. Not Fenrir. How's the lad taking it?
Not well. He goes to bury him.
Oh, damn it. All right, brother. Good night, then.
The boy's being a bitch about it. Dream sequence.
Kratos?
Who?
Are you joining me?
That's it. Kratos has finally lost his mind.
Are you ready? You walk as though Emir himself sits atop your shoulders.
This is your hunt. I will follow.
Very well, Grimace. Fresh kill. At least it didn't suffer. Am I to decipher your grunting? Tell me your thoughts.
We hunt the predator.
A wolf. Yes.
Predators kill. It is the natural order of things.
Your words are misguided.
No, Kratos has a point. That it's either kill or be killed.
It's okay, little one.
Predator will kill to survive,
Don't we?
but the prey will never kill.
No, don't. Come on. The
Unless
symbols we found beyond our stave. We found its
they're
own
so...
as I
Unless
said,
they are willing to kill for their own survival.
So,
Which then makes themselves the predator.
the problem doesn't have
So
to
does
be
that then
just
make
the hour of
Kratos the predator of gods?
If we have the power to limit the harm it can cause,
And the gods are all his prey?
who are we to hide?
Questions for later again.
I'm not hiding.
Gonna make me pick that one up? Good boy.
What'd you call me? Mind you, I suppose he's been called a lot worse.
Faye. Faye.
You finally lost the plot. She gone. She gone.
Faye!
Time is running out, my love. And there is much to do.
Brother! Brother!
Brother?
She gone. She dead.
Where's Atreus?
Hence my bellowing. He never came back from burying the wolf. It's been some time.
He cannot be far.
Yeah, Atreus is still being a little bitch.
Baldur's chasm is too unstable, brother.
Not that way.
A lad wouldn't try it.
Not that way either. Which way am I going?
Let's see. Tracks heading down to the frozen river. That's most likely where he did the burying.
Guess this
This is
way.
where he buried the wolf.
Looks like he lit a fire by the kennel. Commiserating with the other pups, I suspect.
He crawled through here.
You seem
Smash through that
troubled,
ice. Go
even
on.
for you.
Go on, son.
Nightmares?
I dream of the past. Almost every night.
Ah, the bad old days in Greece.
No. It feels like Faye is trying to tell me something.
You don't mean to say you're talking to ghosts again, brother?
What's it asking me to do?
It is something more than memory.
Why is options fucking that button? I swear.
Use your words, brother.
The tracks stop here.
You're not alone.
Got mongs.
Behind you, brother!
Any more? Any more? Oh. Tell me something I don't know. Oh shit, I cut him in two.
Blasted raiders!
Oh shit.
Not be this close.
We should check on the protection stave. There's a tree up ahead, yeah?
Talk about cutting a dude in two.
Well,
You were right. The stave is broken.
explains our trespassers. What happened here?
A bear. Mauled.
By what?
Another
A
bear.
bear. Wounded. The fight destroyed the tree. We must find Atreus.
Aye. Between the savage beasts and marauding raiders, he may have sought shelter. Follow the trail. We'll find him.
The irony. Did you hit this box? There's nothing in it.
Ah, we need a way around. Aha! Trail's on the other side of that gap, if you can clear the way. Any idea what could have made the lad wander off?
We argued. He accuses me of hiding from Odin.
Eh, only sensible to keep a low
Follow
profile
the
after
tracks.
killing 3 of his kin.
Follow the track.
Reckoning will come. That is why Atreus must learn to survive on
Mine.
his own.
Oh, this is about that prophecy. Just because the giants had you dead on some wall full of otherwise accurate predictions.
I do not believe in prophecies.
Well, good.
Okay. That's new. Okay, that's definitely fucking new. Who? Fucking. Cut him in two.
All right, where's that trail gone?
Hey, does he go this way? No? Or kind of lost here.
Raider on the left!
Too many for a scouting party. They must have a count.
Okay, so the trail goes there.
Atreus can handle himself.
Right.
Taught him well.
So he keeps
So,
telling me.
I
Go through, but we can go around.
will have to go up here. A chest. Nice.
Torches. And the trail leads into that cave.
Well, we know where we are going. I'm sure we can find a quiet way in.
So where am I going now? I have a feeling now I have to go that way. I know I do. But yeah.
Or you can do that.
Yeah, I was right.
These the raiders you rescued the wolves from.
No. They have not been here long.
Death from above. Sounds interesting. Maybe later, death from above. Right.
The trail goes
Shit.
through here. Leads deeper in.
There will be more.
Well, someone got in the bear's way. Fire left side! That one's got a sling. Look out, brother!
Fucking stop, cunt. Thank you very much. Yeah, I have that. I'll definitely have that. Have that chest. Guaranteed I've already missed one. Who?
Fire right side!
Nice.
Atreus, are you here?
Perhaps Atreus came here
If Atreus was here, he would have answered already. Would he not?
Impressive rampage, I'll give it that.
You think the bear was chasing Atreus?
Well, just as likely the bear was hurt and Atreus was chasing it to help.
Atreus, where are you?
There. shit. There's nothing.
Here it comes!
Oh shit.
Oh, you've done it now, Bear.
And beat the fuck out of this bear.
Hit him before he stops again!
Off you bear.
Grab him! He's looking shaky, brother!
Shit.
Atreus! Atreus! Atreus!
Boy.
First, focus.
It was the fucking boy.
What happened?
You do not remember.
I buried Fenrir. And then, I'm not sure. I was so sad. And then I was angry. And scared. I remember running.
Is it wrong to say that in some cutscenes that the audio balance is so fucking wrong?
There was a bear
That is fucking well off.
charging and I
Just the
charged
fact that no matter where you put it, it's always fucking off.
That had to be a dream.
Your emotions. They transformed you.
I didn't know I could do that.
You did not do anything. They overcame you. That is why we must not abandon your training. We do not know the reach of your abilities. Be dangerous without discipline to control them.
You've already taught me discipline. I need more than that. I need answers. Answers you don't have.
Answers only your mother had. Answers she withheld.
What if there was someone who could help us? Someone that could give us answers about the giants and who Loki's supposed to be.
Atreus.
Wouldn't it help to understand what I'm becoming?
Atreus! Listen to me. I might have killed you. Until you learn control, we will take no unnecessary risks.
Inaction is also a risk. You taught me that. Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
No!
That's what you get, Atreus. You done fucked up now.
No. Collect yourself.
Swing, swing, Kratos, swing, 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 swing.
This way.
So, are we going to discuss the boy becoming a bear?
Yeah, are we?
Not now.
Hmm,
Need to
not
repair the
now.
protection stave and get home.
What happened to the protection stave?
You did.
So you're blaming me?
I am not blaming you, Atreus.
Well, tell your voice that.
When did Kratos all of a sudden turn to the old Bolgraf from Skyrim? Just there to say not now.
Say the word, Father.
Now!
Nista!
Bye.
Left side, brother! More raiders!
Or maybe not mine. Fell off. Cut her too. Thank you. Fuck you, bastard.
So, lad, besides your gift of language and hearing creatures' thoughts, are there any other new
Right.
magical abilities to report?
Not really.
Chest,
Fenrir.
the big ones.
When he died, you cast a spell.
No, I didn't.
But I saw light.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Trick of Fimbulwinter, perhaps. Seen my share.
Right. So down puts the axe away. Triangle. Brings it to the hand. But also down does as well. Right.
What's with all the blood?
Yours, Atreus.
Seriously?
That, or any prey you might have been dragging, I suppose.
Not sure that makes me feel any better.
I don't know about you, Atreus, but I'm going this way.
This one.
Asya. I didn't mean to.
Intent does not matter. Only consequences.
What can we do?
Nothing. Nature will take its course.
Storms are coming.
Isn't it cold enough?
We are almost home.
Above you! Incoming fire!
Watch your left!
Fuck off.
Fire! Behind you!
Okay, have a axe.
Wow. A lot of those guys.
It's been like this all night.
It must have been inside the stave when I fixed it. Sometimes I really wish Tyr's temple still worked so we could get out of Midgard.
They say Fimbulwinter affects all realms, lad.
Okay, but how could things be any worse than here?
It's the only problem. It affects all realms. Indeed.
Hey, Svanna, you're not scared. You're a brave girl. Good. Brave girl. That's right.
He's good with them. No surprise, really.
Specky, you okay? Just a little thunder. That's a good girl. Good girl.
Thunder.
Atreus,
I'm just checking on...
to bed.
Yes, sir.
Time for pretty pies.
As evenings go, that was entirely too eventful. Though I admit it was a bit like old times there, for a moment. The three of us navigating some hitherto unhappened upon patch of forest.
Been a while since you've joined us. If that's what you mean.
So that's why he's hung him.
Tired, I suppose. You've seen one deer hunt, you've seen them all.
How can you feel tired when you never sleep?
There are other kinds of tired, lad. You'll see when you're older. Now have a proper rest, my brother.
Things are always brighter in the morning.
What was that?
Your ball.
Recap.
Who are you?
Yeah, Thor. The fat ginger bastard.
Can I come in?
No.
I have need. You would not find me good company. No. I'm sure we'll find lots to talk about.
I'm sure. The crows. The ravens.
Nice place.
Witness ravens. Always know who's coming. Gonna be one-eyed Willie. Oh wait, wrong franchise. Odin. He calls himself Thor. About time someone else showed up. Alright, Ben, how's it been?
You could have told me before I poured. Why are you here? Just being polite. You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you? A calm and reasonable person.
That's fair.
If the moment calls for calm. I'd say the moment calls for calm. Yeah.
Nope.
You know who I am?
You're not Odin. You don't look nothing like Anthony Hopkins.
There were some misunderstandings.
I'm saying that no, Thor don't look like Chris Hemsworth either, so.
But I think we all have a better idea of who we're dealing with. Now, what you did to his boys. Self-defense. Dying is what we Aesir live for. And let's be honest, they were kind of useless. But Baldur, he had value. He was my best tracker, my closer. Yeah, his mind was gone, sure. But he had his uses, and now he's gone because of you. You follow me? You have a debt. You're no fun anymore.
What do you want?
How about peace?
Oh well. Or 20 seconds.
How does peace strike?
Obviously,
the esteemed, retired
20 seconds
god
between
of
you
war?
sending it
How
and
about
me
we just don't kill
receiving.
each other? How about you stay home, kick up your feet, seek no quarrel with me, and I'll have none with you. Of course, it means that one has to stop his search for Tyr.
Yeah. We know what you've been up to. Stop it.
Tyr's old ways are dead. He is dead. You understand? And then that's it. Then we're square. Shit, I'll even sweeten the deal. I'll let you keep the prisoner that I know you stole. That's right. I know you're in here somewhere, you silver-tongued little shit.
Why should we believe a word out of you? What have your promises ever been worth?
There he is, my old partner in crime.
He's lost weight.
If he tells you snow is white, he's lying.
What kind of wisdom is that? Can't the smartest head alive see past himself? See that we all want the same thing? All right. Here's a deal I know you can trust. I'll settle your debt with my ex. Keep Freya off your back. Keep your boy safe. It's really all you want, isn't it? So what do you say?
No.
No.
Exactly my point.
Don't take all day.
Once again.
I've been waiting for this. You're not from here. We got a tradition called blood payments. It means I get a piece of you for what you took from my family. You'll pick it up. That was for Boulder. Now show me this god killer I've heard so much about. You insult me holding
Oh,
back
fuck.
like this. I did not seek that fight with your brother. I don't care. How were you ever a god of war?
More. Yeah.
You know my past. The ghost of Sparta thing? Yeah. Then you know what I'm capable
He
of.
knows.
Show me.
He knows who he is. You're a nice scar now.
Now we got us a fight.
Fuck.
You can do better.
Shit.
Afraid to get your hands dirty?
Fuck off. Fuck. No. No. Nah, fat bastards.
That's for Magni! Sorry about your statue, Tyr, you preachy old stiff.
Ah. Hee hee.
If you're not fighting dirty, you're not fighting, right? Your son struck first! Good!
Fuck off, you fat bastard. Fuck off. No. Really? No, no, no. Fuck off. Out. Oh, shit. No. No, 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 no. Fuck off.
Dumbass! You think you can come here, become a daddy, get a clean slate,
Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off,
destroyer like me?
fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Fuck, 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 fuck. Stripped to death.
Oh no. I say when we're done. I'm not leaving till I see the real you. Get up!
Shit. Fuck off. Oh shit. Fuck. Fuck off the ore. Shit. cunt. Come on, end him. I say end him. Not yet.
This is a Moody! You put him last, even in death. The fuck you say? Moody
Fuck you sending me to shit.
He died of the wounds you gave him. Oh, we got a model father here.
Thor pulling the
Feels familiar.
what you call it.
Don't matter. I could give a hot shit about your fatherly advice. I want to see the god of war.
Oh. Fuck.
You warmed up yet?
Team.
Clever. Clever won't beat me.
Come on. Come on, of course being clever will beat the almighty Thor.
Now we're talking. I see why my sons fell to you.
So you fucking fat bitch.
But I am not my sons. And your boy, Allfather, has plans for him. There he is. There's the god of war. Consider your blood debt paid. Be seeing you. Told you he'd make it.
Kratos, it's Sindri and Brock. That was quite a fight. Can we...
Oh, now! Odin is with Atreus.
Oh no. I'll go get a gateway ready.
Come on, then. Ain't a long walk.
Damn dwarves, they get everywhere.
Ain't that me old there pack a punch? You know we made that hammer, right?
You have mentioned it.
I know that. Wasn't ever sure you were listening. At least it was good to see the axe hold their own. Kind of the point, after all.
Give us chance, dwarves.
All set. This'll get you home.
I hope so.
Hey, one last thing there, Tiny. If you got Aesir at your door, then I reckon your protection stays busted. Once you chase Odin off, you got another place to lay your head tonight? And I don't mean that talking, though.
I will not abandon my home.
Oh, yeah? And what's to stop the all-fucker from spying on you? Or Raven picking your house to splinters while you're asleep in it? Nothing, that's what. You go get your boy, and I'll speak to a certain someone about putting you up at his place in a pinch.
Nice to know that this place ain't changed a bit. Not one bit. War.
Brother!
I was about to look for you.
Are you hurt?
Are you?
We are leaving.
What does he want?
To, pay for the roof. And he invited me to Asgard.
Did he? I couldn't hear once he went outside.
I told him no. Obviously.
Good. Why were you searching for Tyr?
If I told you I was looking for him, you would have said not to.
So you hid the truth. From me.
I wanted to tell you. I really did, but now that you know, there's something you should see.
No.
Just trust me, you'll want to.
Trust! You have broken my trust.
Then let me regain it. Let me show you what I found. Besides, we haven't seen the last of Odin or Thor. And clearly they can just walk in and blast holes in our home whenever they want. There's only one way to get them off our backs. And I think I know how. Sir.
Show me. Gather your things.
That'll do.
Are you ready? Go.
Probably could have given Atreus a few things, but oh well.
And keep the change, you bastard!
Where are we going?
The old temple in the Wildwoods.
Why?
It'll be easier to explain once we're there.
Did Odin say anything else while you were outside?
Yeah. He said he doesn't care about Jotunheim anymore. That the giants can keep their secrets. He's averted Ragnarok his own way. You think he knows all the giants are dead?
I'm more concerned that it no longer matters to him. What's he up to?
What happened here? So close to home.
Are raiders warring with one another now?
Those are not their arrows. Something else is out here.
They may have averted Ragnarok for now, but I'm sure it happened.
More over here. And fresh. Did they all get in while the stave was down?
That, or Odin cocked up the protection spell altogether.
Almost to the bridge. Oh, guess the bridge gave out. Gonna need another path to the temple.
Why would you come out this way alone, lad?
I had dreams calling me here.
Dreams.
Of course.
Hey, try using your blades to pull this down. Please.
Of course, you have a way there, and the bridge is
No.
fucking destroyed.
Closer.
Hell ready now?
I
Simple.
suppose it's too much to hope that an enemy of theirs would be a friend of ours.
Oh,
Whoa! Bloody hell, brother! What was that?
something strong and dangerous. Be on guard.
Oh yeah, being all the way on guard.
What the fuck?
Whatever it is, it works fast.
Give me my chest. Okay. So we're on the right side now.
There's the temple now. Just need to find a way around.
Give me some of that.
Behind you! Look out!
Fuck off. Nice.
When did this bridge collapse?
Oh, a while ago. Wasn't me.
What's me?
Remember when I said there was someone who might help us get answers about the giants and Loki?
You mean Tyr, the old god of war in these lands, who is dead?
Well, for a dead man, Odin seemed pretty keen on seeing he wasn't found.
Right? He knows Tyr could unite the realms against them. Plus, Tyr was
Quiet.
the giant's great.
I hear something.
Look out!
They returned from the dead rather quickly. Behind you! Look out!
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Sure, I'll find out later.
That pillar wasn't in the way last time I came.
And it's not now.
Like I was saying, Tyr was an ally to the Giants, so he'd be on our side if we find him. And if anyone might know who I'm supposed to be, it's him. If he's out there, we gotta find him. How can we not?
Those are many ifs, Atreus. What do you know?
Yep.
You'll see soon.
What do you think?
Can't imagine what the lad's found, but he says he has evidence. We've come this far. Let's see.
Nice. We're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely.
Many dead here.
We should keep moving.
Oh, how, pray tell? Are we?
Too late.
Father, use your blade! Burn them! Let's fight!
Watch your right!
Behind you!
Off. Bastard. Well, learn while you play.
Raider, on the left! Incoming fire! Behind you!
Oh, dead. Have an axe. Okay. War.
Isn't it nice how Fimbulwinter wore down all the helpful magic we acquired? Yet somehow new terrors only flourish. As if on cue.
Turn your ass around, Kratos. Boy.
Kill. Winterman.
Yep, you got it. Wonder who they mean.
Holy shit, Kratos can now read this shit.
We climb.
On it.
Boy.
Ah, he has gotten rather good at that. Yet another grisly scene.
Listo. On your left.
You're correct.
I've seen my share of bloodshed, but this is an awful lot for one morning.
Shut up, I'm here.
Oh
Oh, fuck. Hello. Hello.
God, brother. I think we found our predator.
Talk about mystical beasts. Where'd she go? She's a centaur. It's a centaur.
The horns are glowing. Might be a weak point.
For the horns. Well, that wasn't so bad, now was it?
Winter Freya, the raiders store note in Bartingen, and now stalkers preying in our woods. This is no safe haven anymore.
So let's try this again. Now, what was the point of telling me? Ah.
The shield Mom gave you.
Thor damaged it. But now,
Perhaps the dwarves could take a look at it.
perhaps.
Learn by doing and not by learning.
Come on, we can get in
I
this
know
one.
that saying makes no sense, but bear with it. Sums up this channel pretty well.
Why are we here, Atreus?
Okay. You remember all those shrines we found, telling the stories of giants? How the panel on the left would be their origin, and the panel on the right would be their fate?
Yes. We found many. I have seen them.
Well, there's more to them than we realized. Well, the collapsed pillar is new, but the shrine is just on the other side.
Wrong one. Wrong weapon. Yeet. Okay.
That should help.
Yahweh now.
There we go. Come on.
Oh, what has the boy found? Oh, another one of these fucking shrine things from the previous one.
You watching?
No? Ooh.
Well, that's new.
It's a door.
Come on.
Atreus, wait!
Yeah, I don't think he's waiting.
Interesting.
What is this, lad? Where are we?
Somewhere only giants were meant to see. These shrines tell their stories to the world. But it turns out the real stories, the secret stories, those they kept here, inside. You remember the story of Skull and Hati, the wolf giants? Odin captured them because he thinks it'll help him control when Ragnarok starts.
I remember.
But that's not the whole story. See, this shows the giants setting Skull and Hati free.
They're free. Is this the past or the future?
Depends when you're looking at
Bit
it.
of both.
Like a giant.
See? The wolves are safe. Somewhere in Vanaheim.
Not the first place Odin would look, I suppose.
There they are, chasing the sun and moon.
Old habits.
Until, look, the moon gets stolen. Somehow.
Atreus.
See? Hati's got nothing to chase.
And they say celestial theft is a victimless crime.
Not totally sure who this is, but someone comes along and rescues the moon. And then, the moon blocks out the sun.
A total eclipse. I haven't seen one of those in 100 winters.
But then they chase an arrow, and things go back to normal.
What does any of this have to do with...
We're coming to that. Look, here's Ragnarok. Do you see who's leading the armies against Odin? That's Tyr. If he's gonna be around at Ragnarok, that means he's gotta be alive. Right?
Mimir, can this be?
True.
Odin told me he killed Tyr.
It is prophesied that a god will be around at the end of
What
days.
if he didn't kill him? What if he's just had him locked
Then
up
yeah.
somewhere all this time?
We are back to ifs.
I would say.
Enough.
Wait,
We are going home.
wait! I have one more thing to show you. It's just out here.
What is it, boy? Hello?
What is this?
Everything I found. Well, almost everything.
That's giant craftsmanship. You've been to Jotunheim again?
No, I found it in one of the other shrines.
Others, right? How many have you visited?
Well, all of them? All the ones I could still get to in Midgard anyway. I don't know what it is.
Very crafty boy.
It's important. Just like all this. When I was inside one of the shrines, I saw an image of Tyr imprisoned, but I couldn't tell where. There are hints inside the other shrines. They mention black smoke and the bleeding earth, but we could never figure out exactly.
We.
Yeah, Sindri's been helping me. Look, I talked him into it. It wasn't his idea. I just needed someone to watch my back.
You done goofed.
Black smoke. Bleeding earth. Could the prison be in Muspelheim?
Unlikely. Odin's got no presence to speak of in the primordial realms. But the bleeding earth? Sounds like a mine, aye.
The realm of the dwarves, perhaps.
Svartalfheim, that's a good bet. Their mines did belch black smoke, and Odin's had his thumb on the dwarves for a very long time.
That's it then. Tyr's in Svartalfheim somewhere, imprisoned in a mine. So, what now?
Home.
This way.
Lad, even if we consider looking for Tyr, how do you have us getting to Svartalfheim? You know Odin's had all travel between realms locked up tight.
Sindri said he had an idea or two about
Mine.
Sindri is
My
fully
chest.
barricaded.
Mine.
Huh. Ground looks kind of cracked there. There's a shortcut this way.
Boy. Should have said that earlier.
What's under there, you think?
Ah, back to smashing through things for fun and profit. Lovely.
Let me hear.
It sounds like everything else, doesn't it?
To the lad.
Smashing grab.
Much. They stepped outside. But he told us about it. I wouldn't worry.
What about the things he did not tell us?
Okay. Yeet. No, time to find my way back up again.
Remember when we fought our first troll out this way?
I remember you lost control.
We must tread carefully, brother. Danger is close.
You okay fighting without a shield?
It is not my first time.
Nice.
Brother, there's no walking without your shield.
Right side! Incoming!
You big fat son of a bitch. Snap.
Phew. Almost home.
Brother, a word.
Trust me, you haven't missed much.
Curiosity against him. It goes with being young.
In my youth, we learned obedience.
And is that what you wish for him? Brother, he's going to walk his own path. If you don't want him walking away from you, then smarten up and walk with him a while.
Ooh,
If
chest.
we could find a way to open roam travel to Svartalfheim, I bet there'd be all sorts of useful equipment for us to...
Enough. We will go.
Really?
But if we do not find Tyr, you will abandon your search. For good.
All right. You won't be sorry.
Kratos! Over here!
Sindri!
As I live and breathe, is that Atreus?
No,
It's
no.
been so long. How you've grown.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you'll follow me, Brock mentioned he needed somewhere safe to spend the night, and I believe your favorite dwarves can help you out with that. We're still your favorite dwarves, right?
You're still the only dwarves we know.
I'll take it.
Maybe the case, no, but they probably, as the promo said, there'll be dwarves aplenty.
Where are we going?
How's the game so far?
Cabin in all the 9 realms, and I'd prefer it to stay that
Safe
way.
to say that
Not that anyone
it's
in particular.
as expected.
After that
As
chorus,
expected for a God of War
we thought we
game.
should make up some rooms till you can figure out your next moves. Nearly there.
Control-wise, it's relatively the same. Obviously,
As you can see, we've settled
you've
here
probably
in
got a
realm
different
It's
few
not
different
much, but
moves,
it's
but
safe
that's
from Fimbulwinter,
probably about
away
it.
from Odin's eyes. And you really can't beat the view if you're into shimmering gray.
Graphically, on the other hand,
That's amazing, Sin. We have a plan to talk to you about.
probably second to none.
Intriguing. Come in.
But considering that I'm probably, what time did I hop on? I probably hopped on something like hopped on about midnight. It's now
Okay then. Your bedrooms are there. The kitchen is just over
now
there.
something like
Anybody need a snack?
20 to 2.
Snack?
I do not need a snack.
What we need is your help getting to
So I've probably only played about an hour and
Alive? I mean,
an hour and 40 so far.
I told him everything.
Considering that before I started playing, I did sit back and watch a let's just say a history of Kratos video someone made
Open up travel between realms again. You said you know a way?
Yes.
for about an hour, because I hopped on with still an hour to.
Then why haven't you opened the way already, man?
Well, to be frank, there was something we needed your help with.
Oh, the Holder
The
brothers.
story good.
While the services.
So far, yes. It.
That's it precisely.
Well, let's just say it all, especially considering where the other one left off. This one links together just to pretty much where you expect it to. Especially from the point where Thor shows up, that it adds to that as well. So
I blame you. Well, come on then. Let's get him something that fits at least.
He's just getting older, you dark prat. Didn't you ever have an awkward phase in your youth?
Hey.
I suppose what's done is done.
but still, I'm trying to avoid.
Down from now on if you know what's good.
Oh, he's trying. Believe me.
All right, let's gear you.
I know you do, Luke, but that ain't the point. But it's the case of you try and avoid spoilers as much as possible, and it always happens to find you.
I just whip you up a new one.
It is important to me.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. In the meanwhile, how about I fix you up with something to get you by? I only got materials to make one of these in the here and now. You bring me more resources, we'll see what we can do. If the kid's gonna insist on getting taller,
Hey, Atreus has a bit of armor now. So happy to be back and able to watch a stream. To be fair, it's fine, and be completely fair, the YouTube system is a bit of a culture shock on my end, but good to be fucking good to know that someone's back enjoying it.
Look around. Check out my room. Tell Sindri when you're ready.
This place is great, Sindri. You built it all yourself?
You know it. Finding everything all right, I hope?
Nope.
How do we unlock the realms?
We'll just need something from back at the workshop. Follow me, and be sure to bring...
How is YouTube different?
So,
Like, more or less it's the case that we...
That's all we know so far.
The realm is...
Like, we want...
You realize.
Like, it's the case of...
Narrowing it down. Oh, you should talk to Derlin.
Who's Darlin?
He's a cousin of ours. Sort of. Works for the city on safety issues. Should have access to all kinds of information on mines. And I know he's no friend of Odin. That's why your mother sought his help when she was trying to whip up...
Leave your Joels, find new ones. That's the plan.
Do you know about that?
I did not.
A rebel leader who knew Mom. Sounds like exactly what we need.
I think you missed the...
But anyway, going back to saying how YouTube's different to what Twitch is. YouTube, right,
Meet you at the gateway outside.
Rebel leader?
has the system where it will...
Huh?
And you just
How would I put it?
however they pop
It's got the type of system where you
think Derlin's just counting the days until
aren't allowed to do a certain thing, act a certain way, say a certain thing. Where on Twitch,
it ain't old Brock's place to cast asparagations on my relations. This smudge sponger notwithstanding. Fine. Go darken Derlin.
but as I was saying on Twitch, it is the case of you can get away with a whole lot more shit over there.
Friendly sort of
It's just like you want to play a game with a bit of nudity in it, sure, you can go ahead and play it. Over here, you have to fucking... You're not allowed to even do that. Plus, all the emotes that you have over on Twitch don't carry over unless you have the exact thing, which is a bit shitty on their end, but hey, can't win it all. Plus, also find their
You hear that?
system still a bit off. It's not quite right yet, but it's still reasonable, if you catch my meaning. Still not as fast as Twitch's system, but it's fast nonetheless.
We'll just need the Bifrost in the head. Brock?
Well, at least that's how I would put it anyway.
This will be the part requiring my assistance then.
You said it. This device here has been crafted to your measurements. It'll help you get a better look at the problem with those Bifrost eyes of yours.
So, do I control this thing somehow then?
Oh, no. This is just to hold you in place while we shine this light.
Because it's slowly getting there, a bit like say, Twitch is alright, but for streamers like us, we would only get so far. With people like XQC, Soda Popping, all that online, you never get a look in.
That's it.
But
Good. Now, release.
So unpleasant.
That's our cue. Come on, hurry.
I'm coming.
plus,
Russell just eggs, man.
on the plus side, you might as well say Twitch is a dying breed anyway. Especially with the amount of drama and all that surrounding it. And also say, I don't know, we'll see many streamers now jumping ship because their deals have been altered, and so they're not making as much money as they were. But say that is the case of, it is what it is.
The Bifrost is broken.
If you want to stick with Twitch, stick with Twitch. If you want to hop to YouTube, hop to YouTube.
Bifrost lamp anymore.
That's why I took a month off, because I was debating whether I should stream it, stick with YouTube, create content there, or a big or paddling away here, or I go to Twitch, stream, and send everything I need back.
Startle climb on the right, then concentrate.
And send everything I need over to. Well, I gathered that, Luke.
This should take you to the wetlands outside.
But it's the case of.
Just make your way to the town.
But it also comes to the fact what one you prefer using.
Derlin's always been an inveterate inebriate. I suppose he might have completely changed, but in my experience, Did you want to come with us? Oh, I might drop in, but the wetlands are moist, and the Grim are everywhere. Hostile, slimy.
Film YouTube because I want to also make videos, not just stream, but easier to make money on Twitch. See, there's always a counter argument here when you come to wanting to stream and also make content. There's always a counter argument. Because on one hand you wanna
Whoa, do you feel that?
What's that like?
like it's easier to make money, but stream on Twitch and make YouTube videos from Twitch streams, that's also a valid option. It's the way I see it, that's also very valid as a rule, I'd say. But it's the case of
If I can just get it free.
Careful, lad.
it's also the case of would you want to make YouTube videos from scratch as well as stream what you want to stream,
Another rat! To the left!
or just do it the other way. Because I'd see it that it's the case of, for content's sake, I will not stream a game that I believe to be not worthy for streaming, which is a very hard thing to decipher. But if you decide that a certain game isn't,
I got the boat free though.
but saying that, on the other hand, you can go to it, you go stream on Twitch, stream whatever the fuck you like, because Twitch has such a moderation that Twitch's moderation isn't as strict as YouTube per se,
Eyes on the water.
but a lot of their creators let a lot go. It's a bit like, say, if you're playing Cyberpunk and you forget to turn the filter off.
Like, did you just say
You have the nudity filter on. They ain't gonna punish you for that.
fish in the river?
You play The Witcher, they ain't gonna punish you for all the sexual content in it. You go ahead and play, say, the OG God of War games, they ain't gonna punish you for just bits and pieces of nudity in that. Over on YouTube, it's the case of, am I willing to do so? Many people are like, does it work both ways, or do I have to censor myself?
That wheel is blocking the channel.
I imagine if you can turn it, we should be able to get through.
Because that's a lot why fucking a few content creators are just a bit iffy on the whole YouTube TOS.
Looks like the path continues on the other side of that geyser.
Because it can be a bit bit iffy.
If only we were in Midgard. That water'd be frozen in the second.
Especially if you'll play it pretty much if you're playing something and you don't realise that you've broken their terms of service, because obviously they class YouTube, Google's class YouTube as fucking kids, isn't they?
If he was a part of the rebellion here.
It's a family-friendly website.
War often advocated for the Giants, although I don't recall if he ever declared allegiance outright.
But oh look, lizard people. I don't think he meant it like that.
Behind you, incoming.
But yeah, that's pretty much what's ruined fucking some content on YouTube. Is literally they only looking for kid-friendly content to to advertise on their website. We're on Twitch. Whatever goes. And yeah, it's neither here nor there as a rule. But
okay, there's got to be some way to turn the wheel up here.
If you say that one day you want to stream on Twitch and the next day you want to stream on YouTube, then it's not. I'd say it's not a big issue because many people do that now, so.
An occasional but not unheard of happenstance in Svartalfheim. With all the mining here, the land's bound to be a wee bit bothered.
Oh wow, nice job getting it to lower exactly where we need it. I was thinking, because it's so warm, maybe it's not that the cold hasn't made it here yet, but
yeah, there's a lot of
different in Svartalfheim.
Aye, lad.
A lot of standings that everyone needs to figure out where they are by the time, say, one website goes under, and guarantee you know which one's going to go under first, because YouTube's been around a lot longer than Twitch has.
These effects were present before in some form, but now there's new extremity to them.
I guess another thing about YouTube that's better than Twitch, that it doesn't compel you to stream for extortionate amount of hours. Because most people who usually stream on YouTube just sit back and play for something like an hour, 2 hours, anything between an hour and 2 hours, and then go on their way again. I guess it's more that is very true.
Behind you! Those things are everywhere.
You can see that's pretty much the only downside of YouTube, that it makes you work for it. I understand that you all work for it, but it's the case of
I think we need to get that wheel moving, but the water doesn't reach.
it makes you work for it more.
Okay, we froze one of those geysers. Is there another one somewhere?
Or as I looked at the criteria the other day, it said 1,000 subscribers and something like, ooh, trying to think, something like 4,000 public watch hours to be able to claim your first lot of income for fucking YouTube. In the end, they will they will praise you for success, but they will ban you as soon as you slip up. But it is what it is, and it will come to pass, and everyone be on YouTube then, won't they? Because most people have a quite hefty following on YouTube and Twitch, but I'd say my reasoning is that it's more easy to be discovered on YouTube than it is on Twitch. Let's be fair. With all the big names on Twitch, you got no chance. Unless you're very... what's the word I'm looking for here? Very active. But it's a case of, if you're not active, you ain't gonna know.
Hey, did that geyser up there just get stronger? When you froze the geyser, the pressure must have changed for the ones around it. Maybe there's a vantage point. We can get a better look.
If there is, I will tell you, boy.
Yes! The wheel's moving and the gate's coming down.
That's dwarven ingenuity for you.
Back to the boat.
If the dwarves of this realm are anything like Rock and Sindri, it's hard to imagine them siding with Odin.
Well, all too often people are blinded to all but their immediate self-interest. Odin offered them safety, and defying him can be quite dangerous.
Maybe they just need a couple of gods to
Okay.
come along and take the fight to him.
Atreus, that
Progression is made.
I was only joking.
War is not a joke, especially where gods are concerned. It seems, Atreus, you intend to recruit Tyr as an ally for war.
I'm trying to keep our options open. Let's just keep moving. I'm glad we're out here, exploring a new realm. Maybe we could just try to enjoy the warmth? Looks like we gotta find a way to open that gate if we want to get to Nidavellir.
Okay. That looks like a safe place to park up. didn't want none of this God of War, did they?
Brother, look! That strange bugger popped back out of the ground again.
Halfway there. There's gotta be another chain to lower the rest of the gate. There's a chain we can pull up there.
If only we could get up there. Boy.
It's clinging to the wall. You gotta knock it down.
Get sliced. Damn frog people. Shit. Ooh. I see. I see what's going on here.
Oh, I think I get it. If you freeze the geyser, the pressure will turn the wheel.
Fuck.
The block's coming down. Nice one. Can you see anything from that block?
See what it's asking. Yeah, glowing purple. I ain't seen nothing glow purple yet.
Eyebrow. You should collect any others you find. Lad, if I may, what exactly are you hoping to learn from Tyr?
Well, like I said, I was hoping he could tell me something about Loki. I'd also like to hear some of his stories. Traveling to other lands.
I don't care if frog bitches can stay there.
Maybe about what it was like to fight back in the day. Just for the history, obviously.
History?
Let's hope Tyr's in a talkative mood after being imprisoned for so long. Not all of Odin's captives can be as charmingly voluble as myself.
That earthquake earlier. Do you think there will be another one?
It's unlikely, but geological disturbances tend to be unpredictable.
If the geysers and smell here are worse because of Fimbulwinter, maybe the earthquakes are too?
Atreus, look ahead.
Wow. Now this looks like a city.
Welcome to neither of your brothers.
Hey, dwarves! Oh. They're, running away.
Tired. What the fuck are you still awake? No, we have our ways. Trust me, we have our ways.
How's that for us, though?
They are scared.
Most definitely an alarm, I'm afraid.
Why is everybody hiding?
Stay alert.
I know you want to go to bed, but think of it this way. I'm pretty much done for this stream anyway.
Hey, could we talk talk to you for...
Hang on, let me save. There we go. And go. Haha! See, the quick keys finally work. So, fucking back again. But still, see what comes of YouTube. See whether it becomes the great platform, a great stream platform, I should say. Everyone thinks it will be. We shall see. But anyway, I'm gonna call it quits there for today. I'll be back on Thursday, playing a bit more God of War. There's a video upload tomorrow, I know there is. So, but still, I'm gonna end it there.